How are we doing, brothers and sisters? My brothers and sisters in brewing, home brewing, and beer passionate people, I salute
you. Oh, woman, I need you. Don't make me suffer, I'm a bleeder. It hurts me bad when you run away. Makes me feel so good when you stay. But don't let me get lonely. Don't let me get lonely. Just get gone.
Like I said, for those of you guys that are new to this is the calm before the storm. A lot of people will come and they're all going to be ready to drink, and you know, this is your chance to sell the beer. So definitely, you know, talk up your beer.
So this whole home brewing series started because I have friends that are homebrewed, and you know, I cooked for a living. So I was like, hey, why don't we pair your brews with food that I cook?
We're Low Dive. We've all been brewing together for a while now. I love getting complex beers, lots of flavor, and you know, something that's not gonna just get you wasted. I mean, I love big beers, but I love getting big flavors and little beers. I think that's the future right there.
Baby, I ain't blind, don't ask me to see.
The judging will be very fair. The judging will be very fair. I have nothing to do with it. These are three pros that drink way more beer than all of us have collectively. So I trust their opinion.
There's 18 or 19 homebrewers up there making beers. The winning beer will be brewed by Stone Brewing Company out in Southern California, and the runner-up will be brewed at the Roundhouse brewery from two brothers in Chicago.
One of Stone's sales reps, Aaron Tyrell, stopped by and was just blown away by it, and he had been trying to figure out a way that two brothers in Stone could do a collaborative brew, and he pitched us, said, hey, you should come to this and see what these guys are doing because it's really cool. They're making their own labels, they're going far beyond just homebrewing.
Typically, when we decide with a collaboration partner, we then get together and we talk about, okay, who we want the third collaborator to be, because we like doing a three-way collaboration at Stone. And we decided mutually, hey, let's actually have a homebrew competition here in Chicago.
And craft beer in Chicago is just huge. I mean, everywhere you look, there's new beer, something blowing up, and somebody, some opening.
I love craft beer. These are all the home brewers that I grew up with, hung out with, and really just for Chicagoland scene. Everybody's into it. You can brew with anybody, you know, like almost.
There's a collaboration there.
Now, you know, it's like, there's a lot of people that bounce their creative ideas from, and like, you know, like you hear their ideas, and like, oh, I can do something with that too. You know, it's like infinite inspiration.
When I first started homebrewing, it was like, there just wasn't much, there wasn't any community. You know, I started brewing in Cincinnati in 1984 with a friend of mine, good college buddy, and we've been talking about it for years. And we went to this weird little homebrew shop that was actually a liquor store, and they sold homebrew supplies. There were no clubs. There were no, I mean, there wasn't really even an internet at that point, right? So there was no sense of community about it. It's just like we got Michael Jackson's books and we're going through. It's like, ooh, wheat beer, that sounds good.
This is so incredible. This is looking at the scene today and saying, oh my God, if that was available to me, you know, back in the time.
So there was no scene. It was just a few individuals kind of trying to eke out some, just feel our way through beer.
The third place beer, it was crisp, it was delightful, it was a refreshing summer day, it was cucumbery. Come on up. From Soma Homebrewing, Cucumber Sativa.
What's your favorite part of an event like this?
Just getting reactions from people when I serve my beer. You know, I mean, it's one thing to give it to your friends and family, and everybody, you know, yeah, that's pretty good, blah blah blah. But complete strangers, it's a whole different ballgame. So I don't know. I really like seeing people's reactions. And they're not all good, don't get me wrong.
Right,
but,
right. But they're honest.
Yeah, they're honest. Sometimes you can see right when they walk away, you can see if they liked it or not.
Baby, don't believe. Don't let me get lonely. Don't let me get lonely.
There's so much energy now that is built up And there are so many phenomenal breweries in Chicagoland and Illinois, across the nation. There's such a phenomenal homebrewing scene.
Through years and years of practice, these guys are just getting so much better than it was when I was homebrewing back in the early 90s.
Second place gets to brew at our new facility in Aurora. So we took over the Roundhouse in Aurora, Illinois. We're putting in a 7-barrel system. It should be in before the end of the year. Sometime early next year, we should brew fantastic beer that was brewed by one of you guys. And without further delay, we like the old world feel from Gnome Grotto of their Saison.
I started brewing back when I was in college, which is, close to 20 years ago. And in the last 3-4 years, took it up seriously. And I've been working on this Saison recipe for probably the last 2.5 years. And I still think it could be better, but second place is a prize that I'm very honored with.
These beer events are more about showcasing underdogs. I said this before, and I want people that know what they're doing and know that they can brew better than fucking commercial breweries. And I've tasted it.
So it turns out that Jason, my good friend Jason Ebel and his brother, are going to be just starting something special this year, special to me because I'm an enthusiast. I'm an enthusiast of what they're going to be doing in addition to what they already do. They will be starting a coffee roasting place later this year that we would like to use that coffee in your coffee IPA. The Dayman, right there, heavy hand. That's right, Brad and Jim. Come on up. You guys are the coffee IPA rules. Come on up here. Come on up. Come on up, Randy. So we all agreed that this is just an amazing beer, the coffee aroma. How many people have had this beer so far today? Yeah. So the aroma is fantastic. The IPA, we're looking forward to brewing it on our system. Our 120 barrels. Have you ever brewed 120 barrels at a time before? 120 barrels, and we're going to make sure to send a lot of it here to Chicago so you guys can enjoy it as well.
My name's Jim Morehouse. I'm part of Heavy Hand Brewing. We were fortunate enough to win. Very accessible beer, coffee IPA, not delved in as much as it has been with other styles. So we lucked out. It's a great beer.
One of the things about craft brewing is that it's not cut off from its roots in homebrewing, right? That homebrewing and craft brewing are a continuity, a continuum. There's this relationship between homebrewers, beer enthusiasts, and commercial brewers that it's sort of hard to sometimes tell the difference. And just because someone now works for a commercial brewery, it doesn't mean that they're not a home brewer anymore.
This is cool. And I just want to salute you guys. I want to salute each and every one of you because you guys have changed the landscape of beer collectively in Chicagoland, in Illinois, and the United States of America. And we have taken the reputation from beer in this great land of ours from lowest to the highest now, and we are respected across the world for the great brewing that happens right here in this country, and I salute all of you.